When the stadium lights dimmed and the roar of the crowd faded, Josh Evans faced a new kind of challenge, one without a playbook. Once a powerhouse on the field, the former safety for the Jacksonville Jaguars is now navigating the often overlooked second act of an NFL career. Tonight, in an exclusive interview, he opens up about the challenges of finding purpose and identity after football. It's been a while since you and I have had a one-on-one conversation. A lot has changed since you've done the teal and black.
Yes, sir. A lot.
Former Jaguar safety Josh Evans is years removed from the NFL, but there are parts of the game he misses.
I miss the fans, miss the engagement, miss being around amazing people.
Having played football since he was 9 years old, when he retired, Evans says the transition was difficult mentally.
I'm just figuring out, my path, my way, what's for me. I think playing this game for so long, you're so used to how the football world works to reality doesn't work that way. It's a fantasy, it's a goal, to achieve, but being able to transition in a world of understanding everything is not about tackling somebody or making a play on a ball, right? Really understanding who I am outside the pads.
What were some of your struggles mentally after football?
There's a lot of fear, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of questioning. Who am I? Who do people view me as? I never filled out a resume in my life. I never had a real job outside of football. So the fear of going back home to Irvington, New Jersey and looking like a failure, right? Nobody's cheering for you no more. Nobody's calling in. Nobody's raving about what you got going on. That was tough. And it was more of a struggle than what I thought. And you take that away and you find yourself in a dark place.
Confused and depressed. But after years of struggling, Evans realized he had to get help.
I think a lot of athletes don't speak on their truth. They hide behind a helmet, they hide behind a shield, they hide behind the reality of what's really taking place. And it took me years to be comfortable. This is years of uncomfortability of talking to therapists and understanding it's okay. It's all right to not have all the answers. It's all right to take that dip from, playing football for over 20 years and now realizing where do I begin real life after that.
So now he's sharing his message on his Keep It a Buck podcast that he hosts with his friend Jarvis Williams.
I feel like therapy is where you're supposed to be so open and vulnerable, where if you're not being truly who you are, you're losing.
With your podcast, even with the conversation that you're having with me now, you're using your megaphone to tell your truth. When people hear your truth, what do you want them to take from it?
The truth and the reality of what comes with it. Just because you're playing in the NFL and people think that you're living this lifestyle, you're the happiest you can be, to be honest, it was a lot of stress and anxiety that came with that. It was a lot of things that was hard to talk to family members, friends about.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like you are gathering more strength and more power the more you actually talk about your truth.
Yeah, this is true. And I never thought it would be that way. I had to find that happiness is internal. It's not external. And playing the game of football made me believe that to have a coach say good job or to have a fan tweet or say something to me, like that was something that got me going. It was electrifying. It made me feel good. And I was playing for all the wrong reasons. I wasn't really paying for me.
When you combine the therapy with the new ventures, are you now at peace?
Yes. And it's taken a long time, but a lot of it was me finding my own happiness. I'm not worried about people's opinion. I'm not worried about how y'all feel about Josh Evans or what I did, what I didn't do. The focus is me, my family, those dear to me, and becoming the best version of myself. When I asked Josh Evans who he is, he told me he's a brother, a dad, an entrepreneur, an advocate for mental health. By the way, Josh and the Keep It a Buck podcast have teamed up with the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp this year, and they're having a cool event Saturday at the ballpark. It's the Keep It a Buck Day Party in the Coors Light Tiki Terrace from 5 until 8 o'clock.